Hey guys. Well, like I said, we will answer some questions today. How is everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope you join me for coffee, my cup from London. Hey, hun. See if I can wave to everybody. Yeah, so when I went live the other day, hey, Tara. Oh, I missed you. We need to talk soon. Um, when I went live the other day, my head said I was going live on Thursday. I thought that's really weird because I just knew I was crazy busy on Thursday, right? And then my niece was here and all that fun stuff. But I guess I did go live. I just went live for 5 minutes. But I thought it would be best to actually. Oh, you found me. Oh, good. I thought it would be best to go live on a Saturday. Hey, Monet. Yeah, it's so crazy. My head just keeps saying that there's so many questions people have that they need answered like yesterday. I just keep getting the message yesterday, yesterday, yesterday. I want to thank you all for being crazy patient with me. Hope you watched my video about what's kind of been going on in the last couple months. It's one of those things where you think it's going one way and then it goes another, and then you get hit by this. Hey, Danielle. And you get hit by this and this and this. And, it doesn't matter how spiritual you are. Honestly, we never get it done. There's always lessons. There's always growth. There's always something. Just even like me coming home from England, and coming home and there's a flood in my house and electrical blowing up. And I'm like, oh, hey, Elise. So all this stuff where it's like, oh, okay, you know what? I've been doing so much work in the spiritual, but I'm not doing any work in my 3D in my own house, right? So, just had to kind of go within. Please, if you have messaged me, I'm just going to say this again. There is about more than 150 people now to get back to. And I'm going to be opening up readings and soul path stuff, one-on-ones, group sessions, channeling workshops come October. I don't think right now the energies is right. Not only that, like I said, I'm having some electrical stuff in my house, so I'm redoing the entire electrical in my entire house. So it's been a really, really expensive summer, but that's okay because, we're always taken care of. You always have to think about the positive, right? Yeah, so come October, though, October, November, and December, we're going to hit it really, really hard because this year is super important. Plus, what are they saying? So, okay, so the year is like the 6, right? And that's unity, okay? So we have 2022. So remember, I've said it a million times, it's unity within and then unity without. Then you start meeting the soul family. Then you start meeting, your forever person. But you have to do that work first. Right now is a big push because we have 6 planets in retrograde. So what you're being asked to right now is kind of to pull back, go within, and really, really kind of reevaluate, really figure out what was working, what isn't working. Who are you now? Lots of illness and death. There is, and that's just people who have decided to leave before this shift takes place. It is sad when we lose people, for sure. It does open our hearts. And if you can look at it from a bigger picture and not turn to hate, but turn to love, that's the key to it. But yes, I said it from the beginning, we'll lose more people through mental health than anything in all of this, unfortunately. So just send love, right? All we can do is do us, our frequency, and that's it, right? And have compassion because everyone is fighting a battle some way, shape, or form. And there is no comparison on, who's going through what. And it's like, oh, this person went through this, so it's worse than mine. No. What your soul signed up for and what you're going through is your plan and what you are meant to learn. There is no difference. There is no difference in anyone's trauma. It is trauma. It is experiences. So never compare, right? And I will tell you, every single person is fighting some type of battle, no matter what, right? Just no matter what. So with these 6 planets being in retrograde, with this year being the year of unity, right? Basically right now, go in, surrender, and start trying to live in that present moment. So if you watch my last live, is what the guides keep saying is it's too hard for people to live in the present moment. So you know what happens? It's like the same thing where they're like, fucking think positive, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how hard that is then when you can't, or the frequency? So what they always show me is like a boulder going down a hill, right? So you have so much momentum of this boulder going down the hill, and you're trying and you're trying and you're trying, and you're just standing at the fucking bottom of the hill and you're just trying to hold it up. You're just, it's like floating above water, where you just like, you feel like you're sinking, and you come up a little bit and you just, it's that same thing, right? And what they said is it's too hard for people vibrationally to get into that power of now. So what happens is everyone says, do the power of now, blah, blah, blah. You don't do it. You can't stay in it. So what happens is you actually fuck yourself over more, because now you're upset with yourself. It's the same with thinking positive. Yeah, that's easy to do if it's something positive. It's really hard to do if it's something that you already have that momentum and that frequency of limiting thoughts or negative thoughts or past history or something, right? This is where I would say the spiritual industry has it a little bit wrong, where they're like, oh, love and light, just think positive and fucking everything will work out. It doesn't work that way. That's not the way it works. What you can do is try to shift the perception and try to right now, what would that look like if you didn't shift anything right now? If you tried to completely surrender, not control any outcome, and right now go hour by hour, because it's too hard vibrationally for us to go in the present moment. Like the present moment is literally, right now I'm focusing on feeling my hands touch, right? That's vibrationally, we're just not really fully there, you guys. So hour by hour, pre-segment your hour. What would that look like if you're like, okay, if you put your mind into a state where you're like, okay, I did this. Okay, now I have to write my grocery list, wash my dishes, blah, 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 right? So pre-visualize how that next hour is going to go. If you find that a lot of people, what are the guides telling me? Hold on. A lot of people right now are doing escapism. Oh, I guess I do that too. So what they're saying is, instead of dealing with the stuff, we're kind of escaping. So have you found where you're grabbing your phone and fucking next thing you know, 2 hours went by and all you did was scroll social media, right? It's easier for us to kind of numb ourselves. So a lot of people numb themselves with addictions. A lot of people numb themselves with certain things. And a lot of people numb themselves with their phone. Oh, Randy, put a phone timer on for every hour as a reminder. Yes. So they kind of teach that where they're like, pre-plan it. But most people kind of pre-plan it. It's like, oh, I'm going to go to the fucking grocery store and I want that good parking spot. What would that look like if you went a little bit deeper and you didn't focus on being positive? You didn't focus on fucking the power of now, but you focused on segmenting your life, pre-visualize the next hour, and then the next hour, and then the next hour. Okay. So I would like to answer some questions. What I'm going to do with the questions is, let me think. So for today, if you guys can ask collective questions, so not personal questions, but collective questions is what I'm hearing is the majority of us will need to hear that. Does that make sense? But I will come on and I'm going to do a live on like personal questions. The fun stuff will come and I don't know, have a date where we're doing that. So just because I'm not booking people or doing any of my classes or workshops until October doesn't mean I'm not back. I am back. I just haven't got back to messaging people because like I said, my house is falling apart and I'm doing other things. And I'm also, if I start messaging, so each time you open up a message, then the message then moves, right? And so what I want to do is everybody that's kind of sitting in that queue, when that website and everything is ready to go, then I can just put it up there, if that makes sense. So anyway, so if we can just do collective ones today. I promise I'll come back. I promise, I promise, I promise. So here's a question. Any tips on quieting the mind? Oh my God, love. That is so hard for me too. That is so, so hard for me. Double air sign, and I'm always up there. So I'm like a fucking hummingbird, and it's so bad. And y'all know I really struggle with meditating. That's why channeling scares me so much. It's just, I just can't, right? So anyway, so is what I'm hearing when it comes to quieting the mind is using that DNA activation code. So I taught a workshop, and what is it again? Hold on. So when you find that your mind is going on autopilot, and do you remember how I just explained that when you have that hill and it's that momentum, right? Where you got a fucking boulder coming down the hill and you're just trying your best. Like every human right now, we're just trying our best. Like, and everyone is struggling in some way, right? So is what it is if you go within, and I don't know how this works. Like this is God honest truth. I have no fucking idea, but is what it is it's like a re-tapping in. So you go, I am my I am, 0 heart, 0 ground. And when you do that, what it does frequency wise is it sets you back at neutral. And so if you find that your mind is racing, do that. Go, I am my I am, 0 heart, 0 ground, and really actually visualize it tapping into your heart and then tapping it into grounding. Another thing that I'm hearing is we don't really notice the value of raising our vibration through music. So if you're on autopilot and you're going like this and like this and like this, right? And trust me, I struggle with this. I struggle with this so bad, so bad. If you're on autopilot and you're going like that, what is your favorite song? What is it? Pull up that shit that you listened to when you were like fucking 17 and your kids would literally say right now that you're crazy and not cool, because my kids tell me all the time I'm crazy and I'm not cool. Play that to shift that vibration, to bring it back, but don't listen to something sad, okay? I have one song that always hurts my heart, and every time I listen to it, I love it, but it hurts my heart. So that wouldn't be something that would raise my vibration, right? Shift the energy as fast as you can. Pre-segment everything, right? Look at everything as hour by hour, because it is too fucking hard to be in the exact present moment. The spiritual industry is literally screwing people over when they're like, gotta be positive, gotta have love and fucking light, gotta be in the in the present moment. It's too hard. Vibrationally, we are not there, and it's fucking okay. It's okay not to be there. Yeah, I was shaking. Okay, so do you know why I was shaking? Because my body wanted to go into a full channel. Going into a full channel on a live is very hard for me. And you guys know, like, I am shaking. But going into a full channel is like, it's scary. My human's still scared. And that's the truth. And I'm working on it. I did go within. I had this summer to do a lot of stuff, and I've decided I still want to channel. My human's struggling with watching myself do it. What's really hard about channeling on a live is it's hard to channel on a live because think about it. Everything is energy. So you're tapped in. So it's like you're tapping into each person who's tapped into each person who's tapped into each person. So it's a lot. Anyway, do you guys have any more questions? Let me just see if I can scroll through the chat without messing up any buttons. You guys know me. It's so bad. I'm so bad with technology. One sec. Yeah, so it's really right now, just be okay with doing the best that you can do, right? Because it's hard. This is so hard. It's so hard. Trust me. Like, we're all going through it. So what types of channels are there, and how do we clear our hold on. When is this 6 planet retrograde ending? Elise, don't hold me to it, but my head is saying beginning of October, but I don't actually know. It's just, I'm hearing beginning of October as of right now. So, oh, okay, hold on. So the energies right now from September to October are huge. The energies are huge because what is happening is we are in the year of unity, 2022. And therefore, when we're in this unity, you must have found the unity within. For finding the unity within, then you are able to experience the unity without. In this shift of this 1 month is what you have is we have given a gift of the 6 planets in retrograde. We would like you to go within. We would like you to go within and to really understand who you are, what you value, and what you need. For everyone is to come out of this year and be their most authentic self. For it is the ones who are authentic and the ones for this that will see the shift in their lives. It is okay if you are struggling. Please understand that everyone is meant to struggle right now. Life is not easy because you are in a life of contrast and polarity. Hold on, guys. I knew that was going to happen to me. Okay, so I don't know what I said, but whatever I said, you guys have to remember that or watch back. Oh, I'm shaking. 1 month. 1 month, and we're already halfway through it, is what they're saying. Today's the 17th. The 17th is very important. I keep seeing 17. I keep waking up at 17. Everything for me is 17. I don't know why. But maybe this is why I'm live today. I have no clue. There must be a reason. But until October, the beginning of October, all 6 is in retrograde, and there's a power of that 6. So it's okay right now. Don't worry about fixing anything. Don't worry about being positive. Don't worry about being in the present moment. Just get hour by hour by hour right now. Okay, I want to answer this one question. What types of channels are there, and how do we clear our channels and keep them clear? Okay, so when I say channel, so that's what I just did. The problem with me is now I don't know what I said. And it's like they put me into like a corner, and just my human, like as a mom, I have a hard time with it. You guys all know that. I'm being super honest. This shit's not fucking easy. When they say channels, is what it is it's a frequency, right? I'm not like actually channeling a person. It's just a frequency. It's a collective frequency. Look at everything as like a DNA grid, and look at everything as like an energy line that you can tap into. How do we clear our channels? Use that activation code. I am, 0 heart, 0 ground. What you then do next with your energy is up to you. We have free will. You can go back to thinking, negative thought, limiting belief, or you can be like, okay, right now I am having a really fucking hard time and I'm trying my best. I can't control my situation. I can't do anything, but you know what I can do? I can listen to my favorite song. I can take my head out of it. I can plan just my life for just the next hour and go like that. Start slow. Okay. Let me see if there's any more questions. People who live with other people and did that, I don't really actually talk on anything when it comes to, I don't talk on anything when it comes to the J word. And it's only because I channeled a message about it. And basically what the guide said, and this is just what I channeled, doesn't mean my opinion, doesn't mean I'm not out there to change anybody's opinion. Look, I am who I am. I am a fucking train wreck and I love it. And this is just me. All we can do is us. So the people who did it, it was obviously for them. And the people who didn't, it wasn't. That's about it. Don't compare, right? So, doesn't matter. Half of my family did, half of my family didn't. None of us really, it is what it is, right? So everyone has their own path, their own journey, right? We're all going through. Never, ever, ever compare. Question, what can you advise for stepping into the public eye to speak your truth you've been holding back for your whole life, even though you know it will help people heal? Oh man, that's a good question. So, all right, fun fact. When I first tapped into spirituality, for one, I was kind of always spiritual. I had a really hard time with boundaries. I looked at everyone as a soul, which really got me super hurt in my life. And I knew that I signed up for all these different life lessons so that I could teach on it and I could help, right? But when I first back years ago, I started meeting all the Hay House authors. So like Doreen Virtue and Kyle Gray and Radley Valentine and John Holland. I mean, he used to send me a Christmas present every Christmas. And I kept meeting all these Hay House authors, and they would all tell me the same thing. They would say, like, when you finally let go, it's going to go big. Well, I didn't want it to go big. That's not, I don't want that. I don't want to be in the public eye. I didn't want any of that stuff. You know what I wanted? I wanted to cook and bake on a Sunday. I wanted my kids to experience a normal life where there's, you know, a husband and a wife, and I just wanted to grow old with someone, and that's what I wanted. Nowhere did I want to do this. And it wasn't, it was just because I felt back then limiting beliefs. I didn't want it to change me. I didn't want it to change. And then when you had so many spiritual people telling you this, all I did was freak me the fuck out. It just scared me. It really, really scared me. And I'm like, no, I don't want it. So basically, don't look at it like being in the public eye. Now, I don't look at it like that. You know what? When I come on a live, I am who I am. You guys know me. 9 times out of 10, it's old makeup, caked on old makeup. And I don't even care. If I can help one person who then helps one person, look at it like that ripple in the ocean. So if you have a calling where you're supposed to do something, then just do it. And don't care, and just be authentically you, and that's all that matters. Don't be scared of it. In my life lesson, I am petrified of success, and that's what just happened to me a couple months ago. If you guys watched my last video, it was going so quick. I felt like I was failing. I couldn't get back to everybody quick enough. I couldn't book people quick enough, and I didn't have the website, and I'm working on it. I told you I'm working on it. And I didn't even know I was scared until, like I said, I made in the last video, I called MF and I left him a voicemail, and I said, I do not know why I can't do anything right now. Everything's going so good. And then it just came out of my mouth. I said I was scared. And I couldn't even admit it to myself. I literally said it to someone in England's voicemail. That's when I realized, holy crap, right? So just know, maybe film some videos of yourself, then share it with friends and get notes. Exactly. But don't even do that. Don't look at it like, for one, never do anything unauthentically. Don't do it for likes. Don't do it for views. Don't do it for any of that. Don't sit there and prep yourself for 10 hours and no, just be you, because we're all different. We're all perfectly imperfect. So, you know, but if you do have the calling, because right now people need to step into their calling, you're just going to keep feeling it if you like it or not, right? What resources are available to learn more about the qualities of planets? Astrology. There's a lot of good astrologers out there. It's not even so much about those 6 planets. It's about the core frequency right now is 6, is what I'm hearing. So that core frequency of being 6, that's unity. And so just from September to October, though, they're saying that we have a really, really good chance of elevating our vibration. It's like, what are they showing me? So they're showing me like a slingshot, and it's like, do you know, each time that we step back, it just actually gives us more momentum to pull forward, right? So what you can do right now in this retrograde is really go within, really, really, really go within, and just, who are you? Who do you want to be? If you had every fear, every block, everything taken, what would you want? If you just had a clean slate right now. You know, I just spent all summer, and I know exactly what I want. I'm going to live in England and in Canada, and I know exactly, I do want a channel. I'm going to get over this fear. Here's a fun fact. I can't swim, and I'm going to sign up for swimming lessons. Okay, one sec. Let me just see. Let me click a button. I see a question in here. Hold on. Okay, so don't avoid your soul's calling. Ask yourself each day, okay? Ask yourself each day, what can I do right now in this moment? What can I do right now? And you'll get an answer, all right? And just hour by hour, don't worry. If something didn't happen 5 minutes ago, don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. If something doesn't happen in the next 5 minutes, don't spend longer than 5 minutes on that as well, okay? Let me just see. Are there, okay. So when they say signed up in a fight, what you have to understand is this spiritual war is an elevation of frequency is what it is. It's not like, you know, there's heaven and hell and stuff like that and good and bad. No, it's just we're raising the frequency of the planet. It starts with us. That's the war. The celestial beings, we're all equal. We're all celestial beings. The only difference between us and someone else who say maybe does something that the society says is bad is where they're at on the ascension of their own soul. That's it. Doesn't mean you have to run around and help everybody and save everybody. I learned that that's not. But what you can do is surrender. So now the only people who come to me for help are the people who are ready. You know what was happening? I had a really hard time with it, but a couple months ago before I was put on pause, right? Is what ended up happening was I found out that a lot of my clients, I would just keep meeting people and I kept realizing the majority of people have lost their children. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? How come every client I'm meeting has lost a child? Like I'm a single mom of 2 kids, man. That's hard. I lost my best friend at 6. Like she was taken in a horrendous way, you know, and we were both 6. And so I really struggled. And, you know, it was very interesting because messages would come up in their readings and I did not want to say it. Like my fucking human did not want to say nothing of nothing. And it was interesting because when I just surrendered and I just channeled and said what came out, everyone was ready to hear it. But that, like, as my human, that was really hard. That was really hard for me to surrender that. Let me just scroll and see. Oh, I'm pushing buttons. Oh my God, I'm so bad, you guys. Ah. 1 sec. I love how it's always like 44 people watching, right? I see 17 and 44 everywhere right now. It's everywhere. 1 sec. All right. You guys see my big black eyes? Do you think the fear of failure... Oh, shit. Ah, I hit a button. Glad to see your face. Yeah, Jen, I love you. Long time. We have to talk. I'm going to start another women's support group. Something told me to start a men's one, but I don't know. We'll see. But my women's group, we're definitely starting back up next month, guys. Same with the channeling workshops. That's happening. I just want to go back to that question. Kristen, how can I work with you? I sent you a DM. Kristen, I have about 160 people now. And it's not that I'm not trying to get back to everybody. It's that I was put on pause. I watched my last video. I'm going to open up one-on-ones. I have the set times and the set dates. Like Monday nights, I hold open for like Australian and New Zealand clients. Saturday mornings, I always hold open for people in England and in Europe. And then I do during the days, right? But what I was running into was, the problem was, you know me and technology, I can't fucking, it's not good. So what was happening is I'd have certain slots and then I would message somebody and then we'd have to figure out the different time difference. And then it would have to be if it worked and if it didn't work. And I just need to do what like regular people do. And I need to stop fighting this technology battle that I always have and just finish the website. But right now it's in retrograde. So the next 2 weeks, just give me a couple more weeks. And then yes, that is open. So what's going to come is we're going to hit it really, really, really hard. October, November, December, massively hard. I mean, you guys are going to get sick of me. So, and I guarantee you I will have old makeup on every single day. But I want to find that last question. How do we know who to trust? Right now, so I've worked with Ismail. Okay, but how do we know who to trust? You really have to go within, right? Everyone, you know, you get to this point where you have this surrendering, where you're just like, okay, I give up trying, I give up forcing, I give up. And you just surrender. Like 2 years ago, I was standing on a mountain and I'm like, fuck you, God. Like, fuck you. Why can I see everybody's shit, but I can't help anyone? Anyone I tried to help, I couldn't help. I couldn't love them enough. I couldn't help them enough. Nothing, not even my own parents, like nobody. I couldn't. And it was like, why show me their shit if I can't help them? Right? And so basically, finally, I'm like, fuck, whoever's ready, just bring them to me, because I can't, like, I emotionally can't. And so when it comes to trust, I always go with my intuition now. A couple of years ago, I was a total open window. It was MF in England who really taught me what I was doing wrong about not having those boundaries and just trying to fix everybody. And actually what ended up happening was I was naive and I couldn't see, right? So now I have a really small circle, extremely small. And the people that just come into my life now just happen to be the ones who are my people. And I'm not sure why, other than I just trust the process. So instead of looking at it like, who can you trust? Go within, ask yourself. And if you have any type of like vibe, then that's a no. Oh, okay, so they're showing me this. I teach my clients this. So, okay, so you go within, and this is how you do it. You close your eyes, and you put your hand on your heart, but not this heart, okay? I don't know what the difference is. Maybe somebody knows about chakras and they can tell me. But they always tell me put it here. And so you actually want to put your predominant hand, so I'm right-handed, you want to put that one first. Again, I have no idea why. And then this one goes over top. And then you ask yourself a question like, is this person for me? And if you feel expansive, then the answer is yes. But if something feels tight, the answer is no. Right? And it's kind of like the same when I go to book someone for a reading. I mean, you guys know I turn down more readings than I take, only because that soul's not ready yet. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean nothing. It just means if you're going through the thick of the mud and you're in the middle of these life lessons, you do not need someone like me to be like, oh yeah, so you learned this to go through this, to experience this, to this and this and this, right? So anyway, don't look at it like people are good or bad. Just stay on your path. Do you, be authentic to you. And people who are your people will just come into your life. This is what unity is this year. Unity within first. Look in that mirror. Say that you love yourself. Look in that mirror and actually fucking believe it and feel it, right? That's taken me a long time too. I learned that again through, Mr. England. His picture was my worst picture. And I'm like, if this person could love me that much, then I look like a fucking train wreck. Why can't I even like myself? Like you got to do the unity within first. So I've lost all that. I'm going to scroll all the way down, guys, and then ask you to re-put in some questions. I see 717 and 628 all the time. Yeah, I always look up angel numbers. I'm seeing 17 everywhere, which is funny because today's 17. It's just everywhere. I thought it resonated with someone, but I guess it didn't. I guess I was wrong. Yeah. Hold on. I keep pushing buttons. I'm so bad. Oh my God. I'm trying to scroll down and I keep like hitting add a comment and I'm not sure why. Okay, if you guys have a collective question, I am going to come on live this week too. Okay, another thing I want to do is I'm going to try to do my first Instagram live where I just stay in the channel. And I'm going to get my girlfriend, Christine. I think Christine's still watching, to ask me questions, and I'm going to try. On Zoom, it's way easier for me because it's like a closed unit, right? So like the last Zoom, there was over 80 people and I didn't screw up the technology and it was perfect. The problem is I kept coming out of the channel. I need to work with someone that my human can just stay in, the side there, go into the channel and someone ask me questions. So Amanda, how do we know what our purpose is? Ooh, Amanda, that's a good question. So other than say talking to someone like me to help you with that, how we know is there's always a calling for it. There's always a longing. It's not like you get the Christmas gift and you just open that fucking present and right then and there, you magically know what it is. No, you get one little puzzle piece to one little puzzle piece to one little puzzle piece, and it just starts kind of coming together. When you're in your purpose, is when you couldn't imagine yourself not doing this thing. Purpose is not always about our job. Purpose sometimes, like for me, I have a great purpose of breaking a generational thing for my children. And my focus is just the girls. I don't date. I don't do anything like that. It's just for me, my purpose is to make sure that I am the best mom I can be. And trust me, I fucking totally not perfect whatsoever, right? But that's one piece to my purpose. Another piece was, say, this channeling. It happens. I don't necessarily like it, but it's me. We have that free will, right? We have that free will, but it always calls me. One time I felt like I never wanted to channel again because the person that I loved the most in the world one time said to me, I don't want to be your Jerry to your Esther. And I thought, I don't want to be like this then if I'm going to lose the people that I love, right? But your purpose will always call you home. That purpose could be anything from family to work to anything, but it will always, always call you home. Go within, ask yourself, what is your purpose? When I started this group, I was washing fucking dishes. I was literally washing dishes. And I'll never forget, Cadence made fucking eggs and they were stuck to the pan and I could have killed my daughter. I swear. It was so bad. And I'm like mad and scratching the egg off the pan. Totally wrecking my pan. And my head said, start a group. And I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, start a spiritual page. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't even know what I am. How am I going to explain to people? Everybody has these names. They call themselves like a psychic or a medium or this or Akashic record. How do I say I literally see everything as an energy grid and it looks like fucking Battleship, right? And my head's like, start the page. And I'm like, nope, not doing it. And it's like, you already have the name. I'm like, I do not have the name. I do not have the name. And my head's like, you already have the email. And I'm like, oh my God. When I was 19, I made an email, Inspire Yourself. I don't know why. I was 19. I don't even know why I picked that. No clue. And then now, yeah, my motto is inspire yourself and then inspire the world, right? So yeah, your purpose will just keep. I surrendered to myself a long time ago in 2020, but I'm still lost. It's okay. Everyone's lost. Even the most spiritual people don't have a clue where it's going to take you. Like, I may see my grid. I know where I'm supposed to go. However, there's other people with free will. There's other things, right? But the key to it is to not get to the final destination. The key to it is to enjoy the moment as you're going through it. Those good moments, those hard moments, all of those moments, and be authentically you throughout those moments. That's all that matters. How close to the majority of the collective to being awakened to our ability to create our reality with our thoughts? Ooh, okay. So I'm going to say this lightly. In the spiritual industry, unfortunately, a lot of people think if you're awakened, you're like up here. And if you're not awakened, you're down here. No. Again, there's no difference between people who are floating in the 5D and people who are floating in the 3D, right? It's you, your own soul's ascension. That's it. So it doesn't matter who's awakened or who's not awakened. What are you doing in your life? So if you are so-called awakened, right, then we're actually held more accountable. You want to know why? Because we know better, right? So if, say, you know, oh God, what are they saying in my head? I don't want to channel. So it's like for those who, oh my God, why are they referencing the fucking Bible? Hold on. Okay. So what I'm hearing is, you know how the Bible talks about those who know Jesus, right? Okay. Remember, Jesus, frequency, Christ consciousness. All right. Not the actual person, the actual Christ consciousness, unconditional love, right? If you already know that and you know what is right and you know what is wrong, then technically your karma and your things are going to come faster because you already know. Unlike, say, someone that's a newer soul, that soul is just as valuable as your soul. The only difference is that soul's a little bit newer, and that's okay. They're learning their shit, right? So more people are awakening, but that's their own soul path. Does that make sense? When you write, how close to the majority of the collective to being awakened is our ability to create our reality with our thoughts? We're already there. We create our reality with our thoughts. It's like the pull of gravity. It's the exact same thing. But what people don't understand, like the book, The Secret, Jesus, that fucked up a lot of people because they just make it sound so easy. Like, let's rub a genie, and everything's going to happen. No, there are subconscious beliefs. There are core shit. There is stuff that you're supposed to work out. That doesn't just happen that way. But to create our reality, I never see anything negative. And I literally say I never see anything negative. I do not see a negative post. I've never seen a post on, the pandemic that we went through. Nothing. I don't see anything negative. I don't get disrespected by people. I don't get hit on by people. I don't get anybody ever angry at me. Like even the 160 people waiting for a message. I've never got a bad message. People are so kind. And I also believe that people are going to be kind. And I believe that I'm never going to see anything negative. I learned a couple of years ago, like I could have the same person where we're both friends on Facebook, and one person will say, oh, did you see what so-and-so posted? No, I'm friends with them, but I just don't see anything. And when you raise your vibration like that, is what actually ends up happening is you don't even have to protect yourself. People and experiences just fade away. They just fade away. Like, I can't even explain it. Like you just, it's like you're like in a little bubble. You know what I mean? And that's the reality that you can create. And the way that you create it is don't feed into those other things. Don't talk about other people. Don't jump yourself into politics. Don't jump yourself into stuff that if you really know it's changing you, and if it doesn't make you feel good, don't tap into it, right? I cut out pretty much every single person in my life in the last couple of years, because when you lose the person that you love the most, you really realize who you want in your life and the type of people, and that's it, right? And so you don't let people go with hate or anything. You just vibrationally, like even my own family, I mean, fuck, to them, I'm a 1-800 dial a psychic. Like my mom and dad literally call me when they lose their car keys or something happens. Nobody calls me for advice, right? Unless it's like literally they lost something and they want to find it. But it's interesting because I don't talk to anybody unless they're in a good vibration. Not that I'm avoiding them, not that they're wrong, just that they just, I don't know, vibrationally, you have to be a match with someone for them to be in your life. So yeah, you create your own reality, focus on you, and people just, let's not judge people. Everybody's going through something, right? Right now is giving codes to to secure us into a timeline. The timelines always change, but you do have a main. So what I see in that energy grid is I see soul contracts, blessing and curse, guys. The soul purpose and the life lesson. So life lesson, once that's the key to my clients, and that's what I explain to people. When you figure out that life lesson, you can figure out that it's the common denominator for everything that you've experienced in your life. But as a soul, it doesn't matter how many lifetimes we take, right? To learn our stuff. It's all about ascension. So I just don't know. I can't feel what's and who's good to follow these days. So Cosmic Avenue, you have to go within. Do what I just said. Predominant hand here. I don't know. It's like an energy circle. I'm not really sure what it means. And go here and ask yourself. If you ask yourself a question, like, so everybody do this. Ask yourself something. It's like, don't use pendulums, okay? I have a pendulum. I love the pendulum. It's really pretty, but it fucking lies to me. You want to know why? Because it works with my outer energy field. So pendulums work with like the outer thing. So 9 times out of 10, it just tells me what I want to hear. And then it doesn't happen. Same with psychics. The problem with psychics is a lot of psychics read in that 4D, not knowing it. They're not doing it on purpose. It's nothing bad, but that is a frequency of hopes and fears. So they'll tell you not on purpose, but they're tapping into your hope or your fear. Have you ever been to a psychic and then it never happened? That's because it wasn't on your divine path. That was what you were hoping for, what you were wishing for, or what you were fearing, if that makes sense. So go within, ask yourself. So to figure this out right now, predominant hand here, other one here, close your eyes. So like for me, I'll say, is my daughter's name Ariana? And I can instantly feel everything open. And then, do I have a son? And instantly it feels tight, right? So go within for your answers, not without, right? I have tarot cards and stuff. I do not use them for readings. Yeah, the odd time I'll pull it up on, Instagram. I'm like, yay, let's pull some cards, right? But if you notice, I channel messages totally afar from those cards because, again, that's that 4th dimension, hopes and fears. It's not going to give you the answers that you need. Go with all within. Same with like pendulums, things like that. You have to go within for the answers. Some people are saying we are going to another Earth. Some are saying that we are staying here. Oh, fuck. I'm pushing buttons again. Yee. Some are saying, maybe I should start telling myself that I'm good with technology. My head just said that. See, another limiting belief. I was telling myself that I suck. Why is my niece video calling me? Anyway, she wanted me to go on vacation this weekend. And I'm like, Auntie can't. I don't even have power to half the rooms in my house. And she was just here. Okay, some people are saying that we are going to another Earth. Some are saying that we are staying here and living in a higher dimension, and others will be here living in the 3rd dimension. Any info? Yes. So I had a conversation about Ismail with this, and he thought it was pretty crazy that I never see anything negative. And like, I don't know. It just doesn't come into my life. It just doesn't come into my life. But I've had to do a lot of work. And so it's not that we're literally going to another Earth. But yes, you can be on the same Earth as everyone else and not experiencing what everyone else is experiencing. So like, I've told this story before. A couple of years ago, Australia was burning down. I talked to my girlfriend in Australia almost daily. I had no idea that the country was on fire. I had no clue. And until the end of it, and she's like, oh yeah, Paul and I can go out for a walk. It's not so smoky. And I'm like, why is it smoky? And she's like, Danielle, Australia is fucking burning down. And I'm like, I didn't know that. She's like, how do you not know that? I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, don't you watch anything? Like, how do you not know? I'm like, I don't know. I've never. And I said, and really, I said, I talk to you every day and you didn't tell me that your country was burning down. You know what I mean? So like, you can really be in the same world and just experiencing something different. That's all. It's not. But again, there's no difference between the people who are in what the spiritual industry calls a 3rd dimension. If their thing is all about the 3D and the clothes and the house and the job and all that, then that's their path, right? We're not here to judge. We're here just to walk our own line in true heart and authentic. And that's it. But these codes are something serious for me to do or not to do. Again, there is no wrong. If you want to use that 0 heart, 0 ground, or no, hold on. I am 0 heart, 0 ground to put yourself at neutral, then that's your free will choice, right? How do you know if you're not is there any? Hold on. I got awakened, even though I remember myself always connected. A lot is changing, and I am in a big journey. I know I am in this life again for a big purpose. If you're all here for a purpose. And if you're watching something like this, yeah, you're definitely here for a purpose. You're here. If you're watching something like this and you are guided to something like this, then guess what? You're here to help other people. That's the reality. You wouldn't even be a vibrational match to follow me or to anything. Most people, what I'm finding, is people went through a path in the last, what are they saying? From like 2012, they went from this path where they were searching outside with answers. And this is where people started like really reading the books, going to psychics, doing all this stuff. Okay. And now what's happening is people are starting to realize that didn't work, right? People told you all these things were going to happen, and then this stuff didn't happen, and you're like, what the fuck is happening, right? Some things happened, some things didn't, blah, blah, blah. You're the creator of your life. We are God. We are the creator, right? And so we have to start going within. You have to start loving yourself. You have to start being authentically you and perfectly imperfect. And, you know, I think I've all told you. One time I made a video to someone who I really love, and there was a snot bubble it happened. Like, really, I sent a video with seeds in my teeth today. So, whatever, you know, it's me. Done. Like, you know, be you. That's it. I'm waiting for me to text you back. Yes. In wellness, I have seen that you've messaged me. I haven't opened all of those messages because I'm going to do them in order. So when I open them and when I start responding, you know, then they go to the top, right? So please just have faith and know that when we talk is when we're meant to talk. I promise you, you're not forgotten. You are not forgotten. That is the biggest lesson I'm learning right now is divine timing. And, you know, like if I didn't do my work and do my stuff, then I can't help anybody either, right? Like it's just, I can't. This is why I had to take so many months off. It wasn't that I didn't want to help. It's that I really had to decide, do I want to do this? Do I want to channel? Do I want to, you know, and I had to take that risk. I took myself across the country in an ocean just to try, even if it didn't work. Can we reincarnate as anything? Race, just as not animals. I don't know why. Love and light, waiting. I think you subconsciously heard me. I did. And I do know. Oh, and I have a lot of messages on YouTube and on my Facebook. Oh, speaking of which, okay, total side note, and then I'm going to go back to some questions. So as most of you know, a lot of this has blown up on YouTube under a different channel. It wasn't our channel. Someone had posted the interview, and, you know, then all of a sudden it was like everybody was trying to figure out where I am and who I am and all this fun stuff. But it wasn't under his channel either. Okay. So I do have a YouTube channel. I do want to start going live on that. I think I only have like 50 people following it. And I'm pretty sure you have to have like 100 people before you can go live. So if you are on YouTube, there's certain things I can say there that I can't necessarily say here. And a lot of the channeling might be easier for me there. So I think it's Inspire Yourself - Guidance by Danielle. Everything's going to be reformulated when I finish this website though. And I think as much as I love the Inspire Yourself, I can't get that domain name. So I think it's just going to be Guidance by Danielle. I'll still keep my quote, but yeah. So if you guys do follow me on YouTube, once I get to 100, I want to start going live there as well. Why isn't this taking me down to the bottom? Seriously, I need to start telling myself I'm good with technology. Oh my God, I'm seeing so many of you guys. I haven't seen you guys in so long. I missed you so much. Yeah, only moving into a higher consciousness. That is true. But the higher consciousness is within you and your experience, right? And what we do raises other people and helps other people. I gotta stop biting my nails. I'm never gonna have pretty nails, ever. But I also am too lazy to like go get things done. We are doing, hold on. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm just as much as a train wreck as everybody else. So I appreciate your comment. This is me. That's it. Some people love me. Some people hate me. It just is what it is. Yes, on the pendulum thing. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to go way back down to the bottom because every time I try to click and then, oh, you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Put it in there. Hold on. Okay, so I already answered that one. Oh, this is a good question. That's a really good question. You know what? Yeah. You guys are so much smarter than me. So much smarter than me. Instead of me scrolling and fucking shit up, you're right. That little button, what's that little button right there? You know the little button with the little question mark, the question button? Put your shit in there. Okay. Oh my God, it's so funny. And I'm doing collective questions, not individual questions, but we are going to have a fun night and I'm going to come and do individual questions one day soon. One sec. So that's a really, really good question though. Oh, hold on. Somebody message my niece and tell her to fuck off. Just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so how do we overcome our minds telling us that good things can't happen for us? That's huge. Oh my God. I don't think there isn't one person on the planet that doesn't have that question. Where that comes from. So a lot of people have a very similar, and I don't know if this is all because like we've incarnated at the same time or what, but I only know this from experience of doing the readings and tapping into people's higher selves. A lot of us have that fear of not being good enough, not being worthy. You know, it's kind of interesting because like generationally, we all have like Chiron is generational, okay? And your Chiron is your wounded healer. All astrologers know this. The message that I'm getting is there's also a collective reincarnation. And so when we reincarnate all together, look at it as your Chiron, we have some of the same core stuff to work out. And so that fear of you're never going to have a good life and you're never going to be good enough. Every single person on the planet in some way, shape, or form struggles with that. And that's because it's a collective, and this is only the message I'm getting in my head, you guys. I have zero proof to any of this. It is in a collective experience that we are to overcome. And when you overcome that, that's then raising the vibration of the collective as well, right? And, you know, I made a video a long time ago where like affirmations and shit only fucking work if you fucking believe them, right? You know how hard it is to like look in the mirror and tell yourself all of this stuff if you don't feel it, right? So it's really hard for you to tell yourself, good things are going to come to me. I deserve it. Good things are going to come. They're going to come, right? When you don't fully believe it, what's going to happen? So what you have to do is start small, okay? And so to overcome the mind, we're to look at the mind as the ego, and not to say the ego is bad. We need the ego. We needed that reptilian, fight or flight. If you didn't have the ego, you could have died. You know what I mean? So we need that. Don't kibosh the ego. We need to balance the shadow and the light. You can't all be love and light. We're human, having a human experience. That's like me. What I used to do was only see the light in everybody, and I didn't see their human, and that didn't help. It's polarity. The shadow is just as important. And so you notice that thought, that it's in your mind. And then what you can do is you start going down to basics, where it's like, what is going good for you? In the mornings, you can journal, but before bed, what the guides always told me and what I taught in my women's group is right before bed, either write it down or as you're falling asleep, what was every good thing that happened to you that day? Close your vibration before you go and tap back into your higher self when you're sleeping with those positive thoughts, right? And just understand every single person, no matter what fucking mask they wear, okay? You could have one of those like supermodels where it's like, there's no wrinkles, everything's perfect. And I guarantee you, there is a core DNA structure within that soul that still doesn't feel good enough. We all have it as a collective experience in some way, shape, or form right now. So we're all going through it. So knowing that it's not just you, that helps. Knowing that it's so look at it like it is this century's, like if you know astrology, but this isn't Chiron, okay? But look at it like it is this century, something in this century, all of us born right now to overcome as a collective. That fear of not being good enough, not being worthy. Every person on that planet has that in their grid. Every single one. So what you can do is start seeing the good things that are happening. Start looking. If you can't look in the mirror and say that you're beautiful, can you at least look in the mirror and say you have nice eyes? Can you at least, if you can't say I'm the perfect parent, can you at least say, I try my best? Start there, right? And remember, it's that frequency. So when you have your mind telling you good things aren't going to happen for you, notice that that's fear. You have to experience, we all have to experience both the light and the dark. How do you know what love is if you didn't experience being unloved? How do you know what you want if you don't experience what you don't want? Just the fact that you're aware and you're awakened, aware, whatever fucking word label you want to use on it, just the fact that you know that your mind is telling you good things can't happen is huge. Just that personal fact, that's where you can disconnect and you're like, wait, this isn't the real me. Do you love yourself? Are you a good person? Because I'll tell you one thing, most people that I meet, now, not everyone in my life, but since I surrendered and I only help people who are ready, most people that I meet are just trying their best with what they have. Have you ever hurt anyone on purpose? Yes or no? Have you ever done anything to intentionally really, really hurt someone? If the answer is no, then guess what? Good things are coming. And they are coming to everyone when you let them in is the key. When you can see your own heart, when you can see your own soul, when you can love yourself for who you are, perfectly imperfect, that's when. And stop your mind, shift the vibration, count the blessings, turn on the music from when you were like 15 and totally crazy. You know what I mean? Do it like that. I see all of our history, generational crap is being healed. Yes, it is. Absolutely, it is. Generational traumas are being very, very healed. I have one on my mom's side, and yeah, it's so every 7 generations, a generational healer is born, but we have that free will to break the attachment or not. So, all right. I hope that kind of answered, just overcoming your mind. Don't even battle it. Notice the thought. Be like, oh, right now I'm feeling I'm feeling like nothing good's ever going to come. Just like being in that awareness of that feeling, right? You can shift it and be like, okay, I understand this isn't really me. This is my fear. That's how you can transmute the energy. 1111, Christine. And that's how you can transmute the energy. Other than that, count the blessings. But more people try to manifest shit, like the whole law of attraction and stuff, instead of realizing if you counted what you do have, then more will come. And I don't mean materialistic 3D shit, right? I mean, if that's important to you, cool. But I mean, just in general, count the blessings. Don't people, what was that message? I got this message a long time ago in one of the classes I was teaching, and it literally said, if everyone just stopped trying to manifest what they want, everything would come to them, because they're putting too much energy and focusing more on the lack of not having it. Don't get me wrong, I've done that too. Life is beautiful. Life is amazing. Great things are coming. Yeah, great things are coming for everyone. But the thing is, don't look at it like, what can I get? Look at it like, what can you give? How can you be authentically you? How can you get to the place where you can look in the mirror and love yourself, unconditionally? Well, like, someone that I really care about posted this picture today, and it was incredible, because I know how much that would have took to post it, to be that vulnerable, and to I just, yeah, can you get to that point? Can you get to the point where you don't care? You just want to be you, and if you can help someone, then help someone, and just be a good person. That's all that actually matters. Where have I been? That's a long story. You're gonna have to watch my other video. I went to England. I came home to a flood and some electrical problems. Don't have power in half of the rooms in my house. I have decided I'm gonna keep doing the channeling. So yeah, I'm back is what it is. I was put on pause. Aquariuses are getting hit really hard right now. Saturn's on our sun. The North Node and Chiron hit me. So basically I was scared of my own purpose. It was just a lot of stuff. But I am back right when I was supposed to be. Are there some people going through light body activations? Yes, there are. What exactly that is, I really don't know. Hold on. Okay. My human can't answer this one, so I'm going to try this. Just give me 2 seconds to get grounded. Maybe I got to stop drinking coffee. Yeah, I do. They told me to drink water. Okay, I'm going to channel this question because my human can't message, or I just can't process what they're saying in my head this quick. Okay, are some people going through light body activations right now? For we would like you to understand that every single human being on this earth right now and on this earth plane is going through an activation. We would like you to understand that it is within you and within your own DNA frequency. We would like you to understand that it is not something that you need to research or look into, for you actually just have to surrender and allow. Understand that everyone and everything is going through an activation in some sort of way or form. However, this is more of a collective experience. You, your individual self, can raise this activation and further it for your own ascension of your own soul. The way of doing this is for you to be in your authentic and most authentic self. Please understand that the comparison and judgment in this planet this day needs to end. Right now there is more hate than love. For you are a love being. We would like you to stay into the love being. For you being in a love being will raise your light body and your activation. And what you will understand is that you will be living in a world that is unlike the most of the rest of the world. For you are the ones who come forth at this time to raise this vibration. It does not mean that your soul is more important than the other soul. Is what it is saying is that you have come as a guardian, and a guardian as a person who have come to raise the collective consciousness. Please understand that you do not need to do anything other than love. Find the Christ consciousness within and love the... Ah, fuck, Christine, you should have came. Hold on, guys. Oh, I hate doing that on here. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Yeah. They just said that was something I couldn't answer. I wouldn't be able to do it fast enough. I hope you guys know how much my human, like just human to a human, I struggle with this so bad. It's not that I can't, it's not that I can't do it. It's that it still just scares my human. Okay. Anyway, so whatever I said there too, maybe somebody can tag whatever minute we're at. So, yeah, Christine. Yeah, Christine, where are you? Where's my best friend? It's so much easier for me to do this on a Zoom, you guys, because it's like a closed space. Look at everything as a frequency and an energy line. Holy shit. Crazy. Yeah, hold space. Yeah, I know. I'm really bad. Y'all know me. I'm like the worst. And I can't I'm really bad for meditating and I get yelled at. Okay, do you guys want to hear a funny story? So funny. So I don't remember if it was like the first one that I taught or the second one. And so I taught this workshop and I don't know, they told me to, right? And I don't know what it was about. And I was like in a channel for most of the time. And I'd come out of the channel and I come out of the channel and everyone was quiet and everyone was laughing. And it was just quiet and then everyone was laughing and I didn't know what the fuck and I don't know what I said. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't remember. I think Tara, was it you? I think you're on. Weren't you in that workshop? And what ended up happening was, they called me difficult. So yeah, people came to a workshop that I taught and they said I was a difficult channel and I was very difficult. They said that I don't meditate and I don't listen to everything that I'm supposed to do and that I was difficult or something. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is like the most embarrassing thing ever. Why would they need to rush through their message? Hold on. Do you know the beings you're channeling? Why would speed matter of time as a construct of this plane? When I channel in like a Zoom, I actually go slower. It's just because there's too much energy. It's not a being that's channeled. It's a frequency. And every time I ask myself what it is, it just says Christ consciousness, love. So I don't actually know. You know how like Esther Hicks does Abraham. But what I channeled is like even the Bible, those are all states of consciousness. And so like Abraham is the state of consciousness of I want. It's just a state of consciousness. It's not an actual being. Oh my God, though. Holy shit. That was a lot. I keep hearing about September 24th. Is there anything to this day? So right now we have the 6 planets in retrograde. It's really important until the beginning of October that they're saying that you really go within, really like grab a paper and really ask yourself like, what kind of life do you want? And start going in. Oh my God. Now I have like, I don't know why it's so tense. Start going within and really kind of going hour by hour. Go easy on yourself right now. Okay. Go really, really easy on yourself. Yeah. Hold on. Just one sec. Yeah, go easy on yourself. Go hour by hour. Don't worry about thinking positive. Don't worry about being in the power of now. Just segment your life, go hour by hour, and really take this time in this retrograde to really go within. That day itself might actually be for you. For you. I'm not hearing it's collective. I'm hearing it's for you. What's this one? Do you think that because we have a rising sign that represents our souls, that there is an ego? You guys know me, I can't fucking spell or read. Ego need of the oversoul to characterize itself and birth things in all planes of existence, not just the earth plane. Ooh, that's a good question, but I don't know if that's a question my human can answer. I don't know if this posted, so I'll ask again. Do you think that because we have a rising sign that represents our soul, your rising sign actually doesn't represent your soul, your sun sign does. Your rising sign represents how the outside world perceives you. So like I'm an Aquarius, but my rising is Libra, so the outside world sees me as a Libra. That there is an egoic need of the oversoul to characterize itself and birth things into all planes of existence. So I have done some teaching on oversouls. Oh, Aubrey. Hold on, 2 seconds. Audrey, I know I said no personal questions, but your son's birthday being on the 30th, you will speak to, see, I'm covered in goosebumps. You'll speak to your son as soon as you believe that he is coming back. I want you to only look at him with pure love. And, see, I'm covered in goosebumps, babe. I channeled a message one time and it said, I will answer your question in a second, but I just want to hit hers for a sec. I channeled a message one time that said the closest that we can come to that which we are, that Christ consciousness, that which we are, the closest frequency on this earth plane that we can come to is when you're holding your child for the first time. Audrey, if you only think of your son, not for what happened between you guys, not for whatever is the reason that you haven't spoken to him in years, what would that look like if you only saw the pure love? And for you, you had that connection, right? And so what would that look like if you only visualized that day that you gave birth to him? You know, I try to only remember the good in people, especially the ones I want in my life, because unconditional love oh, hold on. They were in my bed for a lot of years, let's just say. Never far. Anyway, hold. Oh. Sorry, guys. You and your son will speak again. I absolutely promise you. Please, if there's anyone in any of your lives that you miss and you want back, only see the love, because that's all that actually matters in the end of the day. Don't worry about why you didn't be in contact. Just understand everything plays out the way it was supposed to play out. Audrey, you are more than capable of talking to your son for his 30th birthday. I promise you. Only see the love. Don't see anything that separated you. Oh my God. Oh, guys. Someone just made a comment on here that I don't even know if they're still watching, but oh my God. Thank you for the person who made that comment. Yeah. It's okay to feel what you feel, Danielle. Yeah, there's just someone that means the world to me who just made a comment, and yeah. There isn't another person on the planet that I wouldn't want to talk to again. So, didn't think I'd be in the middle of a live and get a comment. Okay. Yeah. Okay, about that rising sign one. Yes, your soul signs up, and like I said, when uh oh man, I can't even answer that one right now. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do one last one, and then I gotta go. My phone's at 11%. Okay, so how can we connect with our higher self? It's okay to end now. I know, Christine. I know it is, but I'm just, yeah. Okay, so how to connect with your higher self. For one, realize that you are not your thoughts. You're not your fears. You're not your limiting beliefs. Okay? We have, what we are is we're just one little fraction of what we really, really, really are. Okay? And understand that that higher self always has a good message. Your higher self is that little tiny message that says, it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's okay. You're enough. It's okay that, you know, and how you connect in is you can do what I said earlier, you know, hand here, right? Go within, get the answers one within. No longer go without for answers. Don't go without for answers. You know, in your heart. Don't let anybody, I did this. Don't let anyone tell you different than what you believe and what you feel ever. And know that that higher self you connect with when you go within. Stop going to others for answers other than if it resonates with you, if you're called to do it, if you have a calling. Because yes, our guides, angels, loved ones, right? They'll send us people as mentors and people as people to help us. Yes. But you're always going to know if it's for you or if it's not, if you go within first. Okay? And kind of fuck everybody else. Believe in you. How you tap into your higher self is quieting that mind, raising that frequency. Listen to that corny music. Do what you got to do. You know, look at yourself. Spend time in unity with yourself. Actually use, and I'm going to say this again, use this activation code. The guides came through in a channeled workshop that I did one time, and it is I am my I am, 0 heart, 0 ground. On an energetic frequency that puts you to neutral. then what you do from there, remember we have free will, what you do from there sets the tone, okay? And so put yourself to neutral frequency-wise, so you don't have that boulder going down the hill that you're trying to push up. Put yourself to neutral, and then say, I am my higher self. What do I need to know? I channel messages, and oh my God, they look so crazy. It's like a crazy person wrote it. It's so fast and it's so crazy. And you can tap into your higher self and say, so set yourself to neutral first. Use that activation code. I am, 0 heart, 0 ground. Get out a piece of paper and ask yourself, what do I need to know most? Right? As for connecting into your higher self, put yourself into a higher vibration. Listen to the music. Think of only positives. So what I want you guys to try to do until the end of this next retrograde thing is I want you to kind of go within, work on you. Fuck being positive. Fuck trying to fix anybody else. Fuck thinking about the collective. Don't worry about any of that. Just live your life hour by hour. Segment it, right? What's the phrase? It is, I am, 0 heart, 0 ground. And just understand that's a frequency code. They're showing me like mathematics, so I don't actually know. So it's like a mathematical to put you back to neutral. I don't know. I know I use it and it works. That's all I know. So, and then a lot of other people that I've taught. So how it works, not knowing. Anyway, so put yourself into that. And then if you want to connect and get answers to yourself, you can intuitively write, channeling your higher self. Okay. You can also raise your frequency. You can also, another thing. So hour by hour for the next couple weeks. And also stop trying to manifest stuff and only count your blessings right now. Okay. Enjoy baking with the girls tomorrow. See, keep doing me. Okay. So I haven't been eating baking, and I've tried to cut out the sugar because it makes the channeling easy. But yes, most people who know me know I bake on Sundays. That's what I do. So fun fact, in England, they have roast every Sunday, but it's not always roast. Didn't know that. It could even be a chicken. I had no clue. Anyway, I love you guys so much. You're going to start seeing a lot of me and getting sick of me. Please have patience with me. I can't take on the readings yet until I have all the systems in place, and just understand I'm human too, and I was scared, and I was put on hold, and I had some stuff myself to work out. And when we talk is when we're meant to talk, I promise you. Okay. But I'm going to come live every couple days, just to kind of help with this, because together we can help each other, right? You're not alone. Everyone's struggling. Everyone. Absolutely everyone. And, you know, just whatever I said in those couple messages, go back, because I'm not really sure. But I don't actually watch them back because my human can't. I'm too scared to watch myself channel. I did one time, and I just can't. As a mommy, it scares me. So, but yeah, connect into your higher self. Try that. Everyone try hour by hour, connecting in, 0 heart, 0 ground, do the intuitive writing, and you might get scared with some shit that comes up. So I love you all. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, the YouTube. I want to start going live on YouTube. I did blow up on YouTube, but it wasn't my page. And yeah, there's like 8,000. Yeah, it was just crazy. So, Amber love, I'm just getting off now. I love you too, Danielle. You know what? I love you all. And thank you for accepting me for the train wreck that I am and understanding that I'm human and I'm doing the best I can too. And everyone that has messaged me, I promise you, if you have messaged me, we will end up talking. I just don't know when yet. If the all fire is still on, I just want to say that was a great comment. Great pajama comment. Okay. I'm going to see you guys in a couple days. I don't know what day yet, but very, 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 very soon. I'm going to save it, and I love you all. And I don't know, does it show you who's watching? Like, I can't even see it, can I? No. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to save this. If anybody knows where I channeled the couple times, let me know. Okay. I got to save it now because I'm at 5%. Love you guys. Bye.